On the first day of my livestream, I hand-built a Gatling gun. It could load ammo and shoot birds. But that same day, I got taken to the station for questioning. The next day, I hand-built a rain of steel needles. And again, the cops invited me to the station for tea. On the third day, I learned my lesson and decided to livestream drawing. But unexpectedly, the beauty bags I drew passed authentication perfectly. I got locked in a small room on the spot, in and out 3 times. I instantly became famous. Not only did netizens remember me, but even the Dragon Kingdom officials got involved from then on. The durable rope I built. The military said it wasn't just for aircraft carrier arresting cables. The fishing rod I built for fishing. The Agricultural Academy called it carbon fiber. I finally hand-built a 2D furry headpiece. The military said it was for field combat. All equipment was turned over to the state. In a fit of rage, I completely let myself go. A space yacht, quantum construction, whatever I wanted, I built. Right now, during the interrogation, I looked at the grim-faced Captain Li Jianbin. I honestly bowed my head and admitted my mistake. Captain Li, I really didn't mean to. I'm just a DIY blogger. Netizens said they wanted to see a hand-built Gatling gun, so I tried making one. I didn't expect to actually succeed. It was purely an accident. Li Jianbin snorted coldly. Try it once and you can make it look like a real gun. Do you think I'm stupid? Come clean. Where did you learn gun-making skills? Hearing this, I felt both anxious and wroth. Captain Li, I'm just quick-witted. Mechanical stuff. Once I get one thing, I get them all. I really wouldn't dare lie to you. Li Jianbin was silent for a moment. He flipped through the social background report in his hand. He raised his hand and glanced at his watch. It had been 4 hours since the questioning started, and he still hadn't found any flaw. Could this kid really be a naive genius? Thinking this, Li Jianbin let out a soft breath. All right, the investigation checks out. You can go home. But from now on, don't build weapons on your livestream. Next time, it won't be this easy. I nodded repeatedly. I patted my chest and promised, don't worry. My mom taught me from a young age to be a useful person to society. I would never do anything illegal. Li Jianbin waved his hand impatiently. All right. You'd better mean that. As for your Gatling gun, it stays here at the station. Now get out. Hearing this, my face instantly fell. I had already taken $8,000 from the top donor. Now that the item's gone, what do I tell him? But even if I had a few more guts, I wouldn't dare ask the cops to give it back. After all that hassle, by the time I got home, it was already dark. I opened my phone and found my inbox was flooded. Everyone was asking if I was out yet. My heart warmed. There are still good people in this world. But I didn't expect. As I scrolled, I saw a video clip of me being taken away. And the caption read, "Shocking, DIY blogger is actually a criminal." It had over 50,000 likes, more than my own followers. Ha, not many good people indeed. They're all dogs. I put down my phone and let out a deep sigh. Top donor. I already took the $8,000. Money in the pocket, no way I'm giving it back. I thought for a while. Suddenly, I had an idea. If nothing else, I could make a paper one for the guy. As long as the quality is good enough, I guarantee he won't complain. The next morning, I went to the village store. Aunt Liu, do you have craft paper? Give me a box. Liu Shen, who was scrolling on her phone at the counter, looked up. Oh, you're okay, kid? I was thinking of going to your place to see if you were back. Hearing this, the corner of my mouth twitched. I rubbed my nose, embarrassed. Hey, it was all a misunderstanding. Everything's fine now. When is brother Kai coming back? Liu Shen went to the back to grab the craft paper, muttering, that brat, who knows what he's so busy with? He doesn't even call. I nodded, successfully changing the subject. Liu Shenjia lives right across from my house. His son, Gu Kai, is 3 years older than me. He's got great grades and listens to his parents. In my mom's words, he and I are completely different species. I hear he's working in Kyoto now. Pretty impressive. When I got home, I set up my phone and started recording a video to officially get to work. Hand-building a paper Gatling gun with yesterday's experience. Today, went a lot smoother. First, I took 6 bearings off a fidget spinner. Then I made a heat sink and sealed it with glue. I just switched from paper welding to glue not long ago. The hardest part was done. Next, I took apart a drill bit. I removed the bit and installed the trigger into the grit. I soldered the wires, attached the handle, barrel, and magazine. Finally, I painted the whole thing black. A paper Gatling gun was complete. I loaded a few bullets into it. I pulled the trigger, and it immediately fired off with a pop pop pop. I took a few photos and sent them to my top donor. He quickly replied, "Streamer, you're awesome. This thing is so cool. It looks just as good as yesterday's. Ship it out ASAP. Otherwise, it might get confiscated again." Seeing the message, I didn't dare delay. I immediately contacted the courier and sent it out. Then I quickly edited the craft video and uploaded it. Meanwhile, at the Northern Province Police Station, Officer Zhao Xiaofang was staring wide-eyed at the video I'd just posted. He was the one who caught me live streaming building a Gatling gun yesterday. He thought it'd be a done deal. But in the end, nothing happened. He was really frustrated. Whenever he had free time, he'd keep an eye on my account. When he saw me making a Gatling gun out of paper, he immediately grabbed his phone and ran to find Li Jianbin. "Li, that kid made another paper Gatling gun. Should we call him in?" Li Jianbin glanced at the video, frowned slightly, waved his hand, and said, "Forget it. As long as he's not making real ones, let him be." Li Jianbin was dealing with a headache right now. Last night, a robbery happened in their precinct, and the victim was a researcher from the Aerospace Institute. The higher-ups were furious. They sent a special task force to help solve the case. If they didn't catch the guy within a week, his career was probably over. He had no time to worry about these small matters. Soon, evening came. Since today's video got good traffic, I started another live stream. Remembering what Captain Lee said yesterday, I said, "Hey, guys, yesterday, I hand-built a Gatling gun. The authorities told me I can't make that kind of stuff anymore. So, today, I'm going to hand-build a rain of pear blossom needles." That one sentence was like dropping water into hot oil. The chat instantly exploded with, "Streamer, are you serious? Isn't that from a novel?" "Yeah, bro, don't mess around just because you're getting some views." The guy above, "Have some faith in our broy. Bro's been to the slammer before. That means his skills are legit." "Yeah, streamer, show us one." I calmly laid out the prepared iron sheets, copper sheets, and tubes on the table. "This rain of pear blossom needles, we're basing it on the design from a certain game." With that, I started making the fan blades, lotus petals, and the main shaft. I attached the handle, trimmed the top, and installed 24 firing holes. The needles were placed inside the handle. I also designed an auto-feed mechanism. As soon as the first batch of needles fired, the next ones would automatically reload for continuous fire. Soon, a detailed rain of pear blossom needles was complete. I waved the finished product and said with a smile, "Guys, from now on, call me the master of the Tang clan." The audience in the live stream was stunned. Wow, the streamers got some real skills. This is insane. Honestly, did you time travel here, or what? Fire one off and show us. Yeah. 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 Let one fly. I struck a cool pose, no problem. I was just about to do that. With that, I took the needle device to the yard. I placed a wooden board 10 meters away. In a very stylish move, I pressed the mechanism. Instantly, 24 needles shot out and stuck firmly into the board. The chat erupted with gasps. "Oh my god, the streamer's for real. The streamer is serious." I was totally stunned. Their sect leader was right there. "Please accept my humble bow." Gift effects instantly flooded the screen. I couldn't stop smiling. "Bosses, just a token is fine." Just when I was happy, a sudden urgent knock on the door interrupted everything. Annoyed, I walked toward the door. Coming. Stop knocking. You're going to break the door." But the moment I opened it, two guys in hats rushed in. Without a word, they pinned me against the wall. "Wait, what's going on?" I turned my head and saw it was Zhao Xiaofang. "You were just warned yesterday, and today you're at it again with the storm. Pear blossom needles, you never learn, do you?" I looked completely wronged. I cried out, "I'm innocent. Captain Lee said no hot weapons, and I didn't make any. No weapons of any kind allowed. Hurry up, grab the evidence. We're taking you in." This scene came out of nowhere. The live stream's popularity exploded again. "Streamer, you're crazy. That fast? Second strike. This streamer's been targeted, right? Otherwise, why would they come so fast?" I never thought their sect leader would say goodbye like this. Congrats, streamer. 3 meals of prison food a day. At that moment, Zhao Xiaofeng let me go. He rushed to the phone. Leopards. Wait for me to come back. He wrapped up and ended the stream. I took the pear blossom needles and got into the car obediently. At the police station, I hunched my shoulders and explained to Officer Chu, Brother Chu, I just wanted to make something fun. To attract fans, that's all. This sting is a fictional weapon. I didn't know I couldn't make it. Yesterday, Captain Lee only said I couldn't make gowns. He didn't say this wasn't allowed. So according to you, we're the ones in the wrong. No. No. Absolutely not. Zhao Xiaofeng snorted coldly. Just then, a staff member brought in the test report. He glanced at it, and his face instantly darkened. This thing is a deadly weapon. It's almost as powerful as an old-fashioned pistol. What kind of DIY blogger makes something like this? Zhao Xiaofeng started to doubt his earlier investigation. Tell me the truth. What did you do before becoming a blogger? No. Nothing. I just graduated this year. I was a student before. That doesn't add up. You study mechanical engineering. You shouldn't have trouble finding a job. Why would you do this? Hearing that, I got excited. Dude, you must have gotten a government job right after graduation and never looked for a job, right? No company is normal these days. The job posting says 6,000, but after the interview, it's 3,000. And they still want performance metrics. The craziest part is, I drove 2 hours for an interview. And the HR lady asked me if I work for money. Finally getting a chance to vent, I kept going and going until I was interrupted. Stop. 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 I get it. Don't touch this stuff again. This is your final warning. Sign here, and you can go. I was forced to sign, hesitating to speak. I wanted to ask for the pear blossom needles back. I hadn't had my fun with them yet. Zhao Xiaofeng saw what I was thinking. He waved his hand and said, don't even think about the thing. It's too dangerous. It can't stay in your hands. And just like that, my second creation was confiscated again. Just then, Li Jianbin hurried back. He saw me and paused. Kid, you were just here yesterday. And you're back today. Before I could speak, Zhao Xiaofeng gave him a quick briefing. After hearing it, Li Jianbin said sternly, Kid, be more careful from now on. Go on home. With that, he hurried off again. He looked really busy. I didn't think much of it and headed home. I felt a bit helpless inside, but at least I got famous because of it. I guess every cloud has a silver lining. I happily posted an update, saying I'd stream normally tomorrow. Then I lay on the couch, scrolling through my phone, completely unaware that danger was creeping closer. At that moment, on a highway in the northern suburbs, a scene of speed and adrenaline was unfolding. Several police cars were chasing a beat-up van, but even though the criminals inside floored it, the police cars behind were getting closer and closer. Seeing this, one of the criminals made a desperate decision. Seeing this bandit, he hardened his heart, drove the car straight into a nearby residential area, then tossed the van aside, ran for a long time, climbed right over the wall into someone's yard. Now I've got nowhere left to run. Just have to see if I can hide out for a bit. At the same time, I heard the police sirens wailing. Sounded like at least 3 cars. I don't know what kind of thief it is that caught the cops scrambling out in full force like this. I kept playing on my phone, not paying much attention, but something started feeling off. Why did the siren sound like it was getting closer to me? I snapped to attention. Could it be they changed their minds and came to get me? I quickly got up to go check outside. As soon as I opened the door, a knife was pressed against my neck. Don't make a sound or I'll kill you. I obediently raised my hands and told the people outside to not come in. I did as I was told. The cops outside, who were about to charge in, stopped in their tracks. Gritting their teeth, they said, "Listen up. You inside. You're surrounded. Surrender now, and you'll get lenient treatment." The thug's face flashed with anger. "You think I'm an idiot? Surrendering means certain death. You listen to me. I've got a hostage here. Get me a car right now. Let me leave here safely, or I'll kill him right now." Outside, Li Jianbin looked serious. In a deep voice, he instructed his team. "First, prepare a car," as he said. "Get the sniper in position." I wasn't idle either. I kept thinking of ways to save myself. Right now, I still had some use, but once I got in that car, I have to rely on the thug's conscience. But he's a criminal. Conscience. Haha. Not long after, a shout came from outside the door again. The police have the car ready. I looked at the arm the thug had around my neck. Now's the time. Just as the thug was pushing me toward the door, I narrowed my eyes, my right hand, gripping the thug's arm, aimed precisely at the funny bone, and squeezed hard. The thug yelped and let go of his arm. Before the thug could make his next move, I grabbed his other wrist, twisted it hard, and dislocated his arm. Outside, Li Jianbin and the others heard the shout. Panicked, they immediately ordered people over the wall to act. Calmly, I twisted the thug's arm, grabbed the steel cable I'd bought from the system that I'd left by the door earlier for hauling goods, and tied the thug up like a worm. The thug's forehead broke out in a sweat. You son of a bitch, no fair play. You pinched my funny bone. You coward, dare to fight me fair and square. Ha ha, are you joking with me? You're the coward, sneaking up and taking me hostage. As I finished speaking, 7 or 8 cops climbed over the wall at once. Instantly had the scene under control with their guns. Just as they were about to confront the thug, they saw the thug tied up like a worm, writhing on the ground. Everyone exchanged glances, stunned. At that moment, Li Jianbin kicked the door open and walked in. I smiled and greeted him. What a coincidence. Ah, Captain Li, we meet again. Li Jianbin first let out a sigh of relief, then looked at the thug, then at me. Surprised, he said. What's going on here? I already tied him up for you. Didn't know you had it in you. He turned and waved to his team. Told them to take the thug to the car. The thug glared at me, gritting his teeth. He said, when I get out, I'll kill you. Right in front of the cops. You still dare to threaten me? Absolutely lawless. Captain Li, you better interrogate him thoroughly. He doesn't even respect you. Li Jianbin waved his hand again, told his team to hurry and put the man in the car. Then he looked at me. Looks like we'll have to take you along again. Don't worry, this time I'll make sure you get some tea. After we finish the statement, I'll have someone drive you back. We arrived at the police station. Li Jianbin had the thugs taken to the interrogation room. Then he went in to question them. My statement was taken very quickly. They mainly just asked about what happened. When Jia Shafeng heard that I had tied up the thug's numb spot, he almost lost it. Not bad. I didn't know you had both guts and brains. Alright, I'll take you back in a bit. Since I wasn't just some random civilian this time, I mustered up the courage to ask a couple more questions. What did this thug do anyway? He's not getting out anytime soon, right? I'm really afraid he might come after me. Don't worry, he's not getting out. Zhao Xiaofeng patted me on the shoulder. This guy killed someone a couple days ago, and it was a researcher. He'll definitely face the consequences. Come on, I'll take you back. I shuddered. Holy crap, he's a murderer. As we were walking to the lobby entrance, an officer rushed over to stop us. The rope won't come undone. They asked me to help. I waved my hand casually. Oh come on, if you can't untie it, just cut it. I don't need that rope back, but we can't cut it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have come looking for you. Captain Li and the others are waiting to start the interrogation, but the rope just won't budge. You need to come back and fix it. Hearing that, I suddenly remembered. That steel cable was made from a special steel wire I forged when I was hauling cargo before. When I tied up the thug to stop him from breaking free, I just tied a tight knot. Realizing this, my heart sank. Oh no. Oh no. In the interrogation room, Li Jianbin was angrily wrestling with the rope. When he saw me come in with the officer, he said grumpily, "Were you that scared he'd run away? Using a steel cable rope like this, hurry up and get it off." I quickly stepped forward. In no time, I untied the rope that had stumped everyone. Sorry about that, Captain Li. It's a knot I came up with myself. Most people can't undo it easily. Alright, just go on home. And don't mess around with those things anymore. I nodded repeatedly, went home, and crashed. I didn't wake up until to the next day. I opened my phone. I saw that yesterday's heavy rain and pear blossoms video had already hit 1.5 million views. I scrolled through my phone, feeling great. So this is what going viral feels like. Pretty nice. But then I thought of something. I silently asked in my mind, Brother Rabbit, what rope did I use yesterday? It's the ultra tough rope. Perfect for tying people up, hauling cargo, or even hanging things. Hearing that, I silently pinched my own arm. This is why I don't like using this system. It never seems quite right. I shook my head and bought another rope from the system. I looked at it closely. I noticed the material of this rope and the weaving technique were very special. Back when I needed it for hauling, I just bought a bunch from the shop. After using it, it just gathered dust by the door. I never expected that yesterday they couldn't even cut it with a knife. Looks like it's a good find. I'll study it more when I have time tonight. Then I picked up my phone to start the live stream. Can't waste such great traffic. Sure enough, as soon as I went live, the viewer count doubled from yesterday. Oh wow, the head of the wealthy family is here. Streamer, what craft are you doing today? Want me to call 911 for you in advance? Seeing the viewers teasing, I rubbed my nose. Folks, the stuff I made the other day was too dangerous. The cops told me to take it easy. I'm a law-abiding citizen. I wouldn't dare mess with that again. Hearing this, everyone in the live stream laughed. What's the streamer afraid of? Go ahead and do it without holding back. I heard everyone in there is a pro. Perfect for learning from them. If the streamer can't dance, he can do crafts instead. Singing, dancing, writing, painting, whatever you can do. Just do it. Yeah. I think painting is fine. People good at crafts usually have decent painting skills. What a piece of junk. Calling yourself the best craft streamer. He doesn't know a thing. He's got no skill. He just hand makes some cash looking stuff. Right as everyone was joking around, suddenly a nasty comment popped up. Who's that guy up there? Isn't he just looking for a fight? The viewers weren't wrong. This guy really was here to cause trouble. The jerk's name is Sun Hao. His family has some money. He's a rich kid. He does nothing all day but loves playing judge online. He thinks everyone except himself is trash. Especially when he saw the slogan in my stream, saying I can make anything. Sun Hao got even more worked up, saying, speak up. Aren't you claiming you can make anything? What's wrong? Can't handle it now. I looked at the comment and smiled. Alright, a man can't say he can't do it. But if I do make it, what then? If you make it, I'll send you to spaceships as a tip. But if you can't make it, you take down your sign and publicly admit your skills aren't good. You're on. I'll take that bet. The viewers in the stream saw me getting provoked. They said in frustration, this streamer is so dumb. I've seen this Sun Hao in several other streams. This guy is the ultimate troll. Why are you arguing with him? This guy's done for. I'm out. I ignored everyone's complaints. I found some paint and watercolors in the corner. Then I pulled a 100 yuan bill from my pocket and started painting, copying it from the size to the color to the texture when needed. I even used a magnifying glass for help. As the outline became clearer under my brush, the viewers started exclaiming, oh my god, dude, are you serious? You're really hand-making cash. Wow. This has me totally hyped. I calmly kept working on the details, slowly adding the colors. Soon, a bill that looked almost identical to the real thing appeared before everyone's eyes. I thought about it, then took out paper and pen again to start drawing. The viewers were a bit confused. Why is this guy starting over? Is he drawing the back? But the front is already good enough. This guy is way too meticulous. But as they watched, they noticed something off. It was US dollars. Seeing the shocked question marks in the comments, I stopped and explained helplessly. Folks, it's not that I don't want to draw Chinese yuan. I'm afraid if I finish it, I'll get invited by the cops for a cup of tea at the station. Then I'd be screwed. With that, I continued my handwork, from color mixing to texture to anti-counterfeiting details. I originally planned to stop there, but thinking about Sun Hao being the ultimate troll, to make sure he couldn't find any flaws, I added some color shifting ink on top. Finally, I even added a portrait watermark. Did that guy just use color shifting ink? Drawing it this realistic? Are you crazy? No kidding. This streamer seems pretty skilled. He must have some hidden identity. I have a bad feeling about this. Not sure if I should say it. The comments kept refreshing, but I was lost in my creation, completely unable to pay attention. After a full 2 hours, a lifelike US dollar bill was finally finished. The stream was filled with awesome and 666. Holy crap. This bill is drawn so well it could pass for real. Dude, you should start a side hustle. Looks like it has a lot of potential. Wait. Where's Sun Hao? Come out and take your beating. Sun Hao saw the calls getting louder in the stream. He couldn't pretend to be deaf and dumb anymore. But if he wanted to admit defeat that easily, then he wouldn't be a troll. He thought it over for a moment. Then he said again, I'm talking about cash. The kind that passes through a counterfeit detector. In that case, I could just find any art school student, and they could paint it. Man, you're the ultimate nitpicker. You can even argue about this. I'm seriously fed up. For real. I also want you to give it a try. Not to argue. I just think his painting is way too good. You guys are all just watching the fun without caring. If he actually goes through with this, he's going to end up in trouble. But I also want to see he try it. Watching everyone in the chat go back and forth, I'm getting tempted too. Alright, as a streamer who loves his fans, I have to fulfill my brother's requests. Let's go. I'll take you guys to the supermarket. I took the painted dollar to the village supermarket. I just don't know if Liu Shen's counterfeit detector can handle the dollar. At the supermarket, Liu Shen was watching a show on her computer. Seeing me with my phone, she laughed and said, Master Su, still doing your live stream thing. Auntie Liu, can your counterfeit detector handle dollars? Can I borrow it for a sec? Dollars? Sure. I bought this detector on Pinduoduo. They said it can handle money from several countries. That's great. Saying that, I aimed the camera at the detector. Brothers, I'm starting now. Then I placed the dollar in the detector slot. In the livestream room, everyone was waiting for the detector to sound an alarm. But that bill pushed right through the detector, without any hesitation, and without any alarm sound. For a moment, not just everyone in the livestream was stunned. Even I was shocked. Holy crap. What's going on? I picked up the dollar and ran it through again. Each time, it whooshed through smoothly. Liu Shen saw me checking it several times. Confused, she said, Master Su, is there something wrong with your money? Why are you checking it so many times? I ran it one last time, refusing to believe it. Still no problem at all. Auntie Liu, are you sure this detector is legit? Hey, you little rascal. This detector is a brand name. I've only used it for a few months. There's no way it's broken. I looked like I was about to cry. Oh no. Auntie Liu, this money passed the detector. You're being all weird again. If it doesn't pass, then it's fake. What? Are you trying to pass off fake money and scam people? The viewers in the live stream were completely floored. If that dollar hadn't been on camera the whole time, I'd have suspected the streamer secretly swapped it for real cash. Streamer, you're in trouble. You've messed up. I was panicking too. Just as I was thinking how to explain, the live stream went black instantly. I was forced offline and ended the stream. What's wrong, Sui? Auntie Liu, I'm done for. I drew this money. Oh, Auntie, I never knew you had this talent. Our Sui is really making something of himself. You'll definitely become a great artist someday. Auntie Liu's eyes were full of pride for a young person's achievement. I sighed softly and walked out of the supermarket. As soon as I stepped out, I saw Zhao Xiaofeng storming over angrily. Can't you just keep it together for once? You're always finding new ways to cause trouble. Come on. Let's go. So, can I go home this time? I can't say for sure. In the familiar interrogation room, Li Jianbin looked serious. Nice going. You've really gotten bold. First making illegal guns wasn't enough. Now you're making counterfeit money. You won't give up until you're eating prison food. Ha, Captain Li. That's not true at all. I really just drew a picture. I used some random paper. Who would have thought it actually passed? HMPH. You think you're in the right? Look at what you've done. You've come 3 times in 3 days of streaming. I think you shouldn't go back today. Otherwise, you'll have to come again tomorrow. Save us the trouble. I suddenly thought of something, Captain Li. Could it be that the bill counter is faulty? As soon as the words were spoken, Li Jianbin switched lanes. He had already checked with a different bill counter. It wasn't the bill counter's fault at all. Hearing this, I reply. His face was full of dejection. How could this money have passed the check? Could it be that the anti-counterfeiting tech of the beautiful country's currency isn't that great? Li Jianbin was almost amused to the point of anger. Finally, he helplessly pulled out a document and said, "All right, fill in all this information. Register at the office. After that, I won't bother with you anymore." I nodded and busied myself with filling out the forms. I cooperated fully in filling out the paperwork. After all the procedures were done, Li Jianbin put away the documents and waved his hand. "Leave your words, you can go." I sighed quietly. For 3 days straight, My work hadn't been kept. In the office, Li Jianbin held the dollar bill and laughed. As long as this kid doesn't go astray, he'll definitely go far in the future. No kidding. I've never seen anyone who could spend that money. The key is that it actually passed through the bill counter. Captain, what do we do with this money? Li Jianbin placed the dollar bill on the desk. I've already reported it to the chief. I'll bring it over later. As the two were talking, suddenly a police officer ran up to Captain Li. The people from the research institute have arrived. Hearing this, Li Jianbin immediately stood up and took a scroll from the cabinet behind him. He strode toward the meeting room. There, a middle-aged man was sitting in the meeting room. Seeing Li Jianbin arrive, he stood up and said, "Captain Li, right? I'm Shen Jingyan from the research institute. I've come to look into that case, and I'll take back the remains of my late colleague, based on our current investigation. This person took a bribe from someone to target your institute's researcher. The person who transferred the money is from within the country, but this person also has a superior. They're very cautious. Based on our deductions, it should be a foreign force. These people dare to harm our Dragon Country's citizens, and they even use our Dragon Country's people as tools. There are always people who betray their country for personal gain. We'll catch every single one we find. Thank you for your trouble this time." As they spoke, they prepared to head out. Just then, Shen Jingyan suddenly noticed under the display rack nearby a rope lying there. Instinctively, he crouched down and picked it up. Lately, the Research Institute has been studying ancestral blue, so now he picks up any rope he sees. He examined it very carefully, and sure enough, he noticed something different. The weave of this rope was very unique, at least different from anything he'd seen before. So he turned to Li Jianbin and asked, "Captain Li, where was this rope bought?" "It was used to tie up the criminal." Then he briefly recounted what had happened the day before. Shen Jingyan was somewhat surprised. "So, that criminal was caught by that young man?" Li Jianbin nodded. Following the topic, he then told Shen Jingyan about my 3 comings and goings. Then, worried, he said, "That Suyi kid is talented, but I'm really afraid that other young people will follow his example. That would be trouble. Just relax, people like him are talented. Others would need the skill to imitate him. I'll take the rope back to have a look. If he comes to see you, just have him contact me directly." On the other side, I got home and checked the time. It was too late for a live stream, so I just went straight to the workshop. I started studying the rope I bought from the system. But even with the system's weight-bearing principles as a foundation, trying to replicate it on my own wasn't as simple as I imagined. I've got a bad habit. Whenever I hit a tough problem, I throw myself into it completely. Either I succeed, or I succeed in wearing myself out. Otherwise, it's hard for me to stop. Over the next period of time, I basically worked on that rope, forgetting to eat and sleep. Finally, after more than a dozen formula adjustments, I nailed the hardest part, the materials. Then came mixing, weaving, layering, and a bunch of other complicated steps. In the end, I looked at the rope in my hands, which was no different from the one I'd exchanged from the system. I felt every pore in my body open up with relief. After letting out a yawn, I collapsed onto the couch and slept like the dead. When I woke up, I opened my phone for the first time in a while. I logged into my account and checked my private messages. I was completely stunned. They were all telling me to take care of myself in there. Some even sent me a link to a video. A DIY blogger live streamed himself hand-making $US successfully. He got himself some silver bracelets. I shook my head helplessly and just opened a live stream. The viewer count shot up like crazy. "Oh my god, streamer, you got out that fast. I thought you'd be locked up for at least 3 to 5 years. Yijay, be honest with us. What did you do before? You really don't seem like a law-abiding guy." "Streamer, I'm in the US right now. How about you draw me some dollars and mail them over? We'll go into business together." I smiled warmly at them. "Let me explain something to you guys first. I didn't go to jail. I just filed a report with the cops. I've been busy working on something new these past few days, so I didn't have time to stream. And I'm a law-abiding person. I don't do anything illegal or against the rules." Just as everyone was chatting away, suddenly a rocket shot up in the stream. My eyes lit up. "Thanks, big spender. Whatever you need, just say the word. If I can do it, I won't say no." "Streamer, I'm a drone enthusiast. Can you hand make a drone? If you can pull it off, I'll send you another rocket. When I saw that, my eyes lit up even more. This wasn't just a big spender. This was a money god. Money god. I mean, big spender. What are your requirements? I see netizens call you the handmade king. Just make whatever you think is good. As long as it can fly, I'll accept it. Alright, big spender. Don't worry. I've actually looked into drones before. I'll make you a small, compact one. Easy to carry and operate. With that, I dropped my phone and rushed to the workshop. I pulled open the drawer with the blueprints. From inside, I pulled out a sheet for a bionic drone. This thing was from when I first got the system. It was part of the newbie gift pack the system gave me. Basically, it's a bird-like flying machine. Back then, I thought it was boring, so I made an infrared module. I figured I'd add some features to the drone, but I got busy with other stuff later, and I did finish the infrared module, but I never got around to making the bionic drone. Today's the perfect chance to try it. Excited, I grabbed the blueprint and headed out. I held the blueprint up to the camera and said, "Guys, today, we're going to hand make a bionic drone. This drone looks like a bird on the outside, but has all the essential drone functions inside. And to keep it from being boring, I've upgraded the drone a bit. I added features like reconnaissance, attack, and stealth. The body is about 8 inches long, and the appearance is similar to a woodpecker or relatively common bird. That makes it better for stealth. Plus, it's completely silent. Very nice." In the live stream, when everyone saw the blueprint I was showing, they all chuckled. "Streamer, aren't you just bragging? Are you sure you're talking about a drone? And that drawing of yours doesn't show any skill at all." The rocket big spender looked at the blueprint in my hand. He couldn't help but frown slightly. The drawing was indeed a bit sloppy. The appearance did look like it, but the internal structure and such were completely missing. Based on years of experience flying drones, I could almost be certain that this streamer was just faking it for the show. After all, if he were really that impressive, he wouldn't be a streamer. He'd go straight to a research institute to serve the country. So, after thinking it over, he sent a comment saying, "No problem, streamer. As long as you make a drone that can actually fly, I'll accept it." I looked at the comment, smiled, and replied, "Don't worry, bro. Since I took your money, I definitely won't let you down." With that said, I brought out my mini machine tool and officially got to work. Soon, the body of the drone was ready. Then I assembled 2 electric motors on the wings, so the drone could mimic the flight dynamics of a bird. Next, I installed the motor and flight controller for tuning. Everyone in the livestream watched the semi-finished product in my hands. As it actually took off during the tuning process, they were all stunned. "Hey, streamer, you really know your stuff." I smiled and then took apart the security camera at home. Took it apart, since this was a makeshift build on the fly, and I wanted everyone to see the finished product today. I had to borrow from Peter to pay Paul with some parts. This high-def camera at home was also something I built myself before. I guarantee it's better than anything on the market. Naturally, no one in the livestream objected. After all, if I were to build a camera from scratch, live on stream, how long would that take? Over at the other research institute, after Shen Jingyan brought that rope back to the lab, she initially planned to run a simple test. But unexpectedly, that unremarkable rope, whether in terms of toughness or tensile strength, produced astonishing data. A group of researchers, slightly excited, asked the deputy director, "Where did you get this rope? These numbers are way better than anything we've tested before." "It's quite a bit better. A few days ago, I went over to Captain Lee's team and saw this rope. They said it was brought in by a young man named Suyi. I thought it was just a special weaving technique, but I never expected the rope to have such great data. Keep testing it further. Let's see what its limit is." Everyone nodded firmly and continued the tests. When the tensile force increased by 8 times, the rope finally began to show signs of breaking. Everyone present was incredibly excited, and some even shed tears of joy. "The arresting cable we've been looking for ... The overall data on this rope is very close to what we need for the arresting cable. If it were a bit thicker, it would definitely work." Over this period of time, the entire research institute had been shrouded in gloom. Ever since the aircraft carrier was completed, the arresting cable had become the institute's biggest challenge. But with the US imposing a technology blockade, they had tried for a long time without success. The researcher originally in charge of this technology had just made a breakthrough, but hadn't had time to implement it yet. The whole institute was holding its breath. After the excitement subsided, everyone turned to look at director Shen Jingyan. "Could you ask Captain Li if he has any contact info for that Suyi? Ask him where he bought it." Shen Jingyan nodded and was about to call Li Jianbin, but as she pulled out her phone, she suddenly thought of something. She downloaded a live streaming app, then typed in the name Suyi. Sure enough, she found him. And he was live right now. At that moment, in the live stream, my drone was almost finished. For the sake of appearance, I went over to the neighbor's house, borrowed some chicken feathers from their hen, glued them onto the drone, and dyed them green. Folks, I can't get synthetic feathers right now, so I'll make do with chicken feathers for now. The viewers in the live stream frowned and said, "Streamer, your biomimetic drone ... If I squint, it kind of looks like the real thing, but if I look closely, it's really an eyesore, yeah. Is this design meant to make the enemy laugh to death? You, the king of DIY, sticking on those chicken feathers, what a mess." Looking at the complaints in the comments, I laughed carelessly and said, "Don't worry, guys. It's not like I'm in a hurry here. Alright, let's take it for a spin first." Saying that, I picked up the remote and started controlling the drone. Under the watch of all the viewers in the live stream, this drone, with its feather-like design, slowly flapped its wings, flew in front of the phone camera and did a 360-degree spin. At the same time, I cheerfully introduced, "Actually, this drone can be equipped with many features. If you put some micro bombs in it and fly it into an enemy camp during a war, that would be quite a sight." The viewers all laughed at this. Each is getting bored with life outside, trying to get himself locked up again. But did you guys notice? This drone is just like the streamer said. It's almost completely silent. Yeah. I didn't hear anything either. Could it be that Yeej was telling the truth before? HMPH. No way. Maybe it's just far away. Seeing someone in the comments notice this, I smiled smugly and said, "Don't doubt me, everyone. What I'm saying is all true. This drone is indeed silent. And I've also added a bird simulation module. It can mimic bird movements and habits. While talking, I controlled the drone. The bird's head turned, making some noise. But it was enough to amaze the viewers in the live stream. Then I showed off the infrared camera mode to the camera, and the scene suddenly changed. But for this steel woodpecker, there's also a self-powering mode. It can quickly capture solar and wind energy, so no worries about battery life." Saying that, I sighed regretfully. As for some mechanical movements, because of time constraints, I could only get it to this level. If I had another month, I could make it even smoother. The viewers in the live stream were completely stunned. They vaguely felt that they had seen something incredible. Rocket Bro even sent 10 rockets in a row. He believed that once this drone was in hand, it would cause a storm in the drone community. Shen Jingyan, watching the live stream at the Research Institute, was also completely dumbfounded. Silent ecological simulation, unlimited battery life, any one of these on its own would be a huge achievement. Yet a young man had applied them so easily. On a small drone, Shen Jingyan's heartbeat quickened. Originally, he thought about just sending a message to ask about the source of that rope. But now it seemed the answer was already clear. He had to go meet this person in person. At that point, my live stream was coming to an end. After retrieving the drone, I smoothly ended the stream. This was the first time since I started streaming that I had a smooth broadcast. Happily, I took today's live stream video, did some quick editing, and posted it. Just as I was about to put down my phone, I saw a recommendation pop up at the top of the screen. I opened it and was stunned. My video had been shared abroad by netizens, and it had gone viral. But looking at the comments, I suddenly got a note and laughed. A bunch of Americans were saying I was promoting violence, demanding I get out of America. I'm not even in America anymore. How the hell do I get out? I shook my head and just logged off. I tossed my phone aside and planned to go for a walk, but as soon as I stepped outside, I saw that the village road had turned into a food street, with a dozen stalls set up. It startled me so much I pulled 1 foot back inside. Seriously? This is the suburbs. When did a food street pop up here? Could it be that the historic site near our village got popular? But that doesn't make sense. The government has been promoting that site for years. and it never got any traction. I shook my head and didn't think about it anymore. Anyway, not having to order takeout is pretty nice. So I excitedly headed toward the food street. Boss, give me a jianbing. With 2 eggs, add sausage, pork loin, and a pack of spicy strips. The boss nodded quickly and got to work. Not to mention this pancake stand is all beat up and shabby. The owner kept glancing at me every now and then. It made me feel really confused. Suddenly I realized this guy looked kind of familiar. Boss, have I seen you somewhere before? No. I just have a common face. Maybe you know someone who looks like me. That's why I seem familiar. I didn't dwell on it too much. I grabbed the shabby pancake and headed home, eating as I walked. Now I'm leaving. The pancake boss breathed a sigh of relief. He was an alert rookie officer on duty. A few days ago, their captain, Li Jianbin, had come up with a plan. They set up a stall in the suburbs to keep an eye on this guy. If there were any suspicious people or any sign of trouble, they'd report it. If they performed well, they could get transferred. It wasn't just him this time. Even the cleaning lady from the station and the security guard, along with the rookie officers from the neighboring station, were all reassigned. They were all posing as food stall owners here. You could say it was a full-scale deployment. On the other side, a certain Middle Eastern warlord thought, now's not the time to complain. We need to figure out a way to solve the weapon problem. Otherwise, we'll have no choice but to surrender. Warlord Hassan was fuming. Just then, a young fighter suddenly rushed in. In his hand, he said, I found a way to solve the weapon problem. Hearing this, Warlord Hassan and Deputy Kareem both had their eyes light up. They excitedly asked, what's the plan? The young fighter handed his phone to the two of them. He opened a video and said, this Dragon Country guy is teaching us how to make weapons. The method is really simple. We can produce them ourselves. The process is very detailed, and the steps are easy. You just need to tweak the materials. But if you swap them for real ones, they can be used on the battlefield. Swap paper for steel, glue for welding. It's easy enough. I never expected these guys to be so efficient. In less than 2 days, they'd made dozens of guns. One Gatling gun. They were way better than their homemade crude rifles. I had no idea. Because of a few of my videos, the situation in the Middle East was quietly changing. I was busy researching new stuff from the system. Through these days of live streaming, my manual, the rewards had gone up another level. More and more new things were unlocking, but they were all just technical blueprints. As long as I successfully handcraft the finished product from the blueprints and keep leveling up my crafting skill, the system's tech rewards would get even better, and random gift packs would drop. Like that super tough rope earlier. I looked around and fixed my gaze on a big thing, a tank. To be honest, I'd always been handcrafting small stuff. Now that I'd unlocked something this big, it really got me itching. I started preparing materials that very night, planning to give the brothers a big surprise tomorrow. The next day, I started my stream as usual. Before I could even speak, the viewers in the chat started making wishes. Bro, can you craft a 9-dragon boat? I'll send 5 spaceships. Bro, make me a beast head. I'll send you a luxury gift. Everyone stop fighting. I want a robot. The chat was all nosy and chaotic. Comments were flying by. I raised my hand and motioned for the bros to calm down. Today, we're not doing those little things. I'm going to craft a big one for you all. What do you think of a tank? The chat went silent for a moment. The next second, it was flooded with swear words. After the shock wore off, everyone gradually calmed down. Wow, do you even know what you're saying? I admit you're pretty impressive, but you can't brag like that. That's a tank we're talking about. Streamer, can you really build a tank? Even if you dare to build it, I wouldn't dare to believe it. Seeing that, I quickly corrected them, saying, everyone, don't get the wrong idea. This is a handmade craft, a piece of art. It's not quite the same as building a traditional tank. We can't cause any trouble for the authorities. I already prepared the materials yesterday. Let's get started right now. As I said that, I rolled up my sleeves, ready to dive in. When I heard a knock on my front door, the sound felt familiar to me. But I checked the time. Even if someone was coming over, it wouldn't be this fast. Thinking that, I jogged over and opened the door, only to see outside. Standing there was a man in military uniform and a middle-aged man in casual clothes. Behind these two stood an old acquaintance, Li Jibin. I instinctively took a step back. Oh crap. Even though I had no idea what was going on, the setup made me feel like I was being summoned to something serious. In the livestream room, the viewers instantly got excited. The military and police are both here. Streamer, looks like you're going back inside again. That's a tank, man. Streamer, can you really build a tank? Even if you dared to build it, I wouldn't dare to believe it. You guys are too mean. I bet the streamer is replaying all the bad stuff he's ever done in his head right now. Just as the viewers thought. My life flashed before my eyes. Ran through it twice and still couldn't figure out what I did wrong. Worth both sides teaming up to come after me. I swallowed hard, cautiously opened my mouth and said, who are you looking for? Shen Jingyan quickly spoke up and said, Comrade Suyi, don't be nervous. I'm Shen Jingchen, Deputy Director of the Lone War Research Institute. This is Comrade Lu Zhang, who escorted me here. Would it be possible to go inside and talk? I quickly invited all three of them in. Are you looking for me? Shen Jingyan stood in the yard and took a look around. Spotted my live streaming phone. Asked, is it convenient for you to turn off your live stream right now? I nodded repeatedly. Walked over to the phone. Saw the excited barrage of comments. Didn't even bother to explain. Just turned off the live stream. Seeing this, Shen Jingyan pulled a rope out of her handbag. I came here today specifically for this rope. But if I'm guessing right, this rope was also handcrafted by you, right? I hesitated for a moment, then nodded. Shen Jingyan let out a sigh of relief and smiled, saying, here's the thing. Can you make this rope thicker? Hearing that, I also let out a big sigh of relief. That's all it's about. Why didn't you say so earlier? You almost scared me half to death. Seeing this, Shen Jingyan looked delighted, explained to me what this rope was used for, and it left me dumbfounded. Aircraft carrier arresting gear. Sir? You're not joking, are you? Before Shen Jingyan could answer, Li Jian been cut in. You little brat, what nonsense are you talking about? You think Deputy Director Shen came all this way just to joke with you? I scratched my head. A bit embarrassed. I'm just surprised, that's all. Oh, right. You said you want it thicker, right? I still have some of the material from last time. I'll make it for you right now. Shen Jingyan excitedly nodded repeatedly. He never expected it to go this smoothly. Immediately promised, good. If the rope meets the standards, the bonus and honors definitely won't be lacking. I waved my hand dismissively. It's no big deal, just making a rope. Then I led Shen Jingyan and the others into the workshop, took out the braiding machine, and got ready to weave. Shen Jingyan hesitated for a moment, asked quietly, Comrade, can I record a video? Of course you can. Just weaving a rope. It's not like it's some secret. Besides, even though the weaving technique is special, it's not that hard. The material, though, that really gave me a headache. Took me almost a week just to make it. I was busy working with my hands while complaining out loud, not realizing anything was off, completely unaware that Shen Jingyan's gaze toward me was gradually growing intense. The weaving process, in my opinion, wasn't that difficult. It was just because Shen Jingyan wanted it thicker that the weaving was a bit slower. Before long, a rope about 50 centimeters long was finished. Shen Jingyan held the rope, excited. Comrade, thank you for your hard work. I'll take this rope back for testing first. Once the data comes out, I'll let you know. You've really helped us out a lot this time. It's nothing. If you ever need my help with anything, just say the word. Shen Jingyan carefully put the rope away. Then he changed the subject to, I saw your live stream yesterday. You made a drone. I was wondering if I could take a look at it. I was confused. From the delivery box, I took out the drone I was about to pack and send off. I didn't see what was so interesting about an ugly drone. What was there to see? Shen Jingyan held the drone, examining it from all sides. Even Lu Zhang, who hadn't said a word, came over. After a while, Shen Jingyan said, can all the features from yesterday's stream actually be realized? Of course, but as I said that, I rubbed my nose, feeling awkward. It's just that my skills aren't good enough yet. There are some more powerful features I still can't implement. I was thinking of building a perception module, so it could automatically avoid obstacles, plan routes, and identify targets. If I added a micro-attack module, that would be even more perfect. After saying that, I shook my head regretfully, feeling a real shame. Shen Jingyan and Lu Zhang standing nearby, were already dumbfounded. Lu Zheng's look toward me kept changing. A talent like this, we've got to find a way to bring him into the military. Shen Jingyan, on the other hand, stared at the drone with burning eyes. Thinking this over, Shen Jingyan said excitedly, "This drone might look rough on the outside, but the internal operating module, the infrared module, and the principle of unlimited endurance are all treasures. If this bionic drone were used on the battlefield, it would definitely change the nature of warfare." Hearing this, my heart skipped a beat. Used on the battlefield, the subtext was that they wanted to take it again. Thinking that, I quickly spoke up. "Chief, this thing was custom ordered by my top donor. You can't take it away." Shen Jingyan walked over and patted me on the shoulder. "Comrade, we'll handle the viewer. The value of this thing goes way beyond those rocket gifts." I thought it over and waved my hand. "No, that won't work. I've already promised this to someone. If you're interested, I'll give you the blueprints. You can build one yourselves." With that, I turned and went back inside. From the drawer, I pulled out a stack of detailed engineering drawings. There were also a lot of concepts in there. Things I wanted to build but hadn't been able to pull off yet. Shen Jingyan took the blueprints and opened them. Seeing the complex mechanical drawings sketched on the pages, her breathing quickened involuntarily. The final version of the drone had no propellers, only biomimetic parts and a set of wings. Compared to these blueprints, the previous drone was child's play. She looked up and said, her voice trembling, "Did you design these blueprints?" "Sort of. These are the upgraded, enhanced version, but my current conditions are pretty limited. There are a lot of materials under control that I can't buy. You guys have plenty of materials, so building it should be quick." Comrade Suyue, these blueprints are extremely important. On behalf of the Research Institute and the military, I want to express our sincere gratitude. Don't worry, we won't take this for free. You'll get every bit of what you're owed. This sudden praise left me a bit overwhelmed. "It's fine. Just build it and let me see it. That's enough." Shen Jingyan didn't dwell on the matter any further. Anything he said now would just be empty promises. Once the thing was built, the higher-ups wouldn't shortchange a talent like this, so he packed the documents into his bag. "I'll head back now to run the tests. When the data comes out, I'll let you know first." With that, he hurriedly got into the military jeep waiting at the door and left. He was in a rush to get back for testing. In the car, Shen Jingyan, with a serious expression, said to Lu Zheng, "When you get back, immediately arrange for someone to secretly protect Suyi's safety. I'm going to report to my superiors right now." Lu Zheng was stunned. Is this blueprint really that impressive? It's more than just impressive. The drone on this blueprint. Can single quotes to even be called a drone anymore. It can be called a robot. First, arrange for someone to secretly protect his identity. After I get back, I'll discuss it with old Huang. Good thing that kid didn't directly build this thing on the livestream. Directly created this thing. Lu Zheng nodded. When I get back, I'll arrange for people to come. They'll definitely be able to keep him safe. But don't be too tense either. As long as his identity isn't exposed, he won't be in danger, Shen Jingyan said. Completely unaware of all this, Suyi was currently struggling with whether to continue the livestream. Just then, the stuff Suyi ordered arrived. After thinking for 3 seconds, Suyi decided to keep streaming. As soon as he went live, viewers swarmed in. "Sixth bro, tell us, what did you do? That was the military just now, right? What did Sixth bro do? I'm really curious." "Bro, please satisfy your little bro's curiosity." The live stream chat was full of people asking all kinds of questions. Nothing much. They just came to ask for directions, so you certainly couldn't tell them about that. The viewers in the chat naturally didn't believe him. "The military police came to your place just to ask for directions. You're lying through your teeth. If you don't believe me, I can't help it. But looking at the time today, building a tank isn't enough, so I'll first make that one guy's 9 dragon staff." Got it made. Ignoring the fans' questions, he decided to get down to business first. "Now's not the time to be thinking about your crappy staff. Streamer, you'd better come clean. I feel like you're gonna end up in jail tomorrow." Going to jail, not happening. Has Sixth bro ever been to the police station less often? I bet 2 packs of spicy sticks. That Sixth bro is fine. You know what? Following a streamer like this is exciting. Always afraid he might get locked up one day, so he dumped all the parts he bought from the hardware store onto the floor. The viewers in the chat were a bit confused seeing this stuff. Weren't you supposed to be making a 9-dragon staff? Why did you buy so many hardware fittings? These are the key materials for making the staff. Just watch how I do it. Suyi smiled. Mysterious Suyi sorted the hardware fittings he bought and started assembling. Under the viewer's watch, Suyi twisted this and twisted that, finally assembled the long pole, welded a small ball to the bottom, and just like that, a staff was assembled. The viewers in the chat were dumbfounded. You can make a staff like this. Making it look this easy makes me think I could do it too. I'm really tempted. What should I do? How about it, brothers? Tell me, is this a staff or not? Ji held the staff, grinning slyly. Then he placed one hand in front of his chest. With a stern expression, Tang Sanzan, the humble monk, hiding the sky, hiding the earth, hiding all beings. If you don't understand the Buddhist teachings ... I also know a little bit of martial arts. Wukong. Baji, search carefully. Don't leave a single one. The comments in the live stream instantly turned into a massive atavistic scene. The barrage was all ooh. I want it. I want it. Streamer. Give it to me. Oh my god. Of all the houses, this kid still managed to show off. Streamer. Those words were too cool. Give me the chills. This monk is going to the Western paradise to make the Buddha abdicate. A staff assembled from hardware parts. Sixth bro is as awesome as always. The viewers in the chat were really impressed by Suyi's show-off. Suyi was satisfied after showing off. Isn't it simple? Handmade staff. If you have hands, you can do it. The viewers in the chat weren't happy. You just did this and that, and it's done. I didn't get it. I have hands, but my brain says it didn't learn. Suyi watched the chat and laughed. Wait a moment. I'll post the assembly video on my account, along with the required materials. You guys can assemble it yourselves at home. The chat praised the streamer for being generous. There's no time to build the tank today. Tomorrow, we'll officially start building the tank from scratch. See you tomorrow. With that, without waiting for the viewers to react, Suyi turned off the live stream. As soon as the stream ended, Suyi excitedly called out to the system. Quick, check how many viewers we had today. Today's total viewers were 102,000 people. Points earned, 920. Total points, 980. Please select a skill to a parade. Host. Viewership exceeded 100,000 people. Reward. 1 skill upgrade. Over 100,000 viewers for the livestream. This is a real hit. Add the points to the craftsmanship skill. He remembered the craftsmanship skill was 2 levels away from max. These 2 levels came just in time. Addition successful. Craftsmanship skill. Level 10. Congratulations, host. Craftsmanship skill is now max level. Reward. 2 skill levels. Points, 1,000. Total points, 1,480. Wow. This reward is really generous. The system truly is my favorite system. Now I have 2 levels. Plus 1,000 points. I can upgrade for levels. Suyi thought it over. He decided to max out another wild skill. He allocated the points to the mechanical skill. Max level added successfully. Mechanical skill is now max level. Congratulations, host. Mechanical skill is now max level. Reward. 2 levels, 500 points. Total points, 1,480. The reward for the second maxed out skill was 500 points less. Will the rewards for maxing out skills keep getting smaller? Congratulations, host. Unlock special skills, brain development, and medical skill. Current skills are as follows. Craftsmanship skill, max level, will no longer be displayed. Mechanical skill, max level, will no longer be displayed. X-ray vision skill, level 1. Programming skill, level 2. Brain development, undeveloped. Medical skill, level 0. Suyi's gaze locked onto brain development. He fell into deep thought. He suspected the system was making a dig at him, and he had proof. Host, please don't overthink it. Everything is based on data tested by the system. Please select a skill to a parade. Host, how is my brain considered undeveloped? Give me an explanation, or I'll take you down with me. Host, be a little magnanimous. Your life matters too. According to this system's detection, the host's brain is not fully developed. Didn't the host know that? Suyi was so angry he ground his teeth. This system, if you had a physical body, just watch me beat you up. But Suyi roughly understood what the system meant by an undeveloped brain. What it meant. A mature system should coax its host. This system of yours is way too willful. The system output a string of garbled code. After a moment, it returned to normal. Okay, from now on I'll learn to coax the host. Please upgrade your skills, dear host. Suyi's hair instantly stood on end. How did this system suddenly become so system-like? The 2 rewarded skill levels were allocated to brain development and medical skill. Addition successful. Remaining points, 1,480. Continue upgrading. Upgrade 1 level. Upgrade successful. Remaining points, 980. Suyi suddenly felt his mind become much clearer. Some complex matters his brain could now process quickly. It was like an old machine, suddenly running much more smoothly. After maxing out the craftsmanship and mechanical skills, his most direct feeling was that his fingers were very agile, and he understood the principles of all mechanical objects. Almost 100%. Skills are amazing. Paired with X-ray vision, it's an unbeatable combo. Suyi was feeling great. He started packing the materials needed for tomorrow's livestream, preparing to blow everyone away tomorrow. After posting today's livestream video, he casually wrote tomorrow's stream preview, hand building a heavy tank, easy as pie. Then he started remaking the drone. He deleted some programs that weren't convenient to reveal. Suyi also gave the exterior an upgrade. At least it looked decent. Once it was done, he directly called for a courier, sent the items out. At that moment, Suyi had no idea. Because of him, a wave of hardware DIY crafts had started sweeping the internet. Suyi had handcrafted a monk's staff out of hardware fittings, making his fans go wild. When had they ever seen a toe like that? They were all incredibly excited. It was basically a man's paradise. The hardware store owner was like, holy crap, you can sell hardware fittings like this. From then on, a whole new world opened up. All kinds of hardware toes kept popping up. The men were happy. The hardware store owner was even happier. Back at the research institute, Shen Jingyan hurriedly sent the rope she brought back to the lab. Old Huan heard the news and came down too. As they watched the simulation data climb little by little, their hearts rose along with it. I have a feeling this time it'll work, Shen Jingyan said. Should we increase the restoration data? The researcher asked. Yes. Verify it against the arrestor gear standards, Shen Jingyan said. Do you think this will succeed? Old Huan asked. It definitely will. This rope was made according to my requirements. Based on the previous data, the success rate is over 90%. Old Huan exclaimed a few times. This problem had troubled them for a long time. If they could really solve it today, their aircraft carrier could see the light of day that much sooner. The data testing in the lab was still ongoing. When the data approached the arrestor gear standards, the rope remained intact. The operator continued. The data began to inch closer to the target, until it matched and even exceeded the target. The rope was still intact. Everyone in the lab was silent for a moment. We did it. We succeeded. Someone shouted. Then cheers erupted from the lab. Old Huan, we did it, Shen Jingyan said excitedly. Old Huan's eyes glistened with tears. Good. Finally succeeded. Our aircraft carrier can finally see the light of day. The US has been putting heavy pressure on us. At least we didn't let others laugh at us. We owe it all to Comrade ZZ. Otherwise, we would have wasted a lot more time on this, Shen Jingyan said. ZZ is a good comrade. He must receive all the honors and rewards he deserves. Making a contribution like this is our pride. Once the data experiment is successful, we can start mass production. Shen Jingyan mentioned and the rope's manufacturing process. ZZ, Old Huan asked in disbelief. He not only gave us everything, but also let me film it, Shen Jingyan said with emotion. I didn't expect the kid to just hand over the technology. Chapter 21. Drone Blueprints. With bionic robots and talents like this thickly stacked, how could the nation not thrive? We can't let people feel disheartened. Once we've confirmed a partner company for production, send him his share of the profits. Don't shortchange that kid, Old Huan said. Don't worry, Old Huan. I know what to do. Then, thinking of the drone blueprints. By the way, Old Huan, take a look at these blueprints. Old Huan took the blueprints. With just one look, he was stunned by what was drawn on them. Old Huan examined them several times over. Excitedly, he asked, where did this come from? To design a drone like this person is extraordinary. If we could recruit him into the research institute, he could contribute a lot to the country's development. Shen Jingyan smiled. You know this person, Old Huang. Old Huang looked confused. He ran through every researcher he knew in his mind, but none of them matched. Seeing Shen Jingyan's mysterious smile, a seemingly impossible name suddenly flashed through his mind. These blueprints ... are they from Suyi? It really is him. Shen Jingyan marveled. How is that possible? The design concepts and power research in these blueprints are very innovative, and the reliability can reach 90%. The remaining 10% needs to be verified. Old Huang was shocked. But the fact is just like this. I watched him draw this blueprint myself. On the way, I had Lu Zhang check his information. His background is clean. For 3 generations, his ancestors were all ordinary people, Shen Jingyan said. Old Huang looked at the blueprint and got more and more excited. This can no longer be considered a drone. This technology surpasses what's currently available in the country. Shen Jingyan placed Suyi's resume and background right in front of Old Huang. This resume is very detailed. It even lists which websites Suyi visited, and everything he said is crystal clear. His background is clean. Old Huang and Shen Jingyan were truly relieved now. After finishing all this, send him the honors he deserves. Old Huang said, good. As for being completely investigated, Suyi had no idea at all. Suyi slept until dawn. He stretched comfortably and started checking the popularity points from yesterday's video. The video had 80,000 views. He earned 800 points, plus 1 free upgrade. Total points were 1,780. Seeing a video with 80,000 views now, Suyi was very calm. After all, his previous video had over 100,000 views. 80,000 views was just a piece of cake. He upgraded childlike mind to brain development, medical 10-ray vision, and singing artistic voice, all upgrades successful. Remaining points were 280. Suyi sighed. These points were earned fast but spent just as fast. Looks like he still had to stick to live streaming to earn popularity points. He opened his phone and saw a trending topic about him. Hashtag handmade blogger stage, military and police stage. The content of the hashtag referred to Suyi's live stream yesterday, when military and police officers appeared in his stream. The blogger who posted it implied that he hired people to stage it for views, insulting the military and the police, unworthy of being a citizen of Dragon Country. Suyi was baffled. Who is this guy named Triplefold? Why is he randomly criticizing me, saying I staged it? Even if he had 100 times the guts, he wouldn't dare hire someone to impersonate the military. Man, shallow water has plenty of turtles, and too many people minding others' business. Suyi followed the name and found this person's account. Oh, so he's a fellow streamer. Also does handmade live streams. No wonder he's trashing me like this. He can't compete, so he's throwing a tantrum, trying to beat me with other methods. Truly, fame brings trouble. Suyi wasn't worried at all. In fact, he was quite proud. If someone's trashing you, it means you're famous. One of the troubles of being famous, Suyi thought. He very optimistically started preparing today's live stream materials. Just then, someone knocked on Suyi's door. Suyi's heart skipped a beat. Now, whenever he heard a knock, he instinctively resisted. Could it be them again? He hadn't done anything too extreme these past 2 days, had he? Suyi hesitantly opened the door. An excited voice rang in his ears. Son, your dad is back. Surprise! Unexpected. Outside the door stood a young man with slightly dark skin, with a crew cut, full of energy, arms wide open, ready to give Suyi a hug of love. Suyi dodged, avoiding the young man's bare hug. And filial son, how dare you commit such treason and defy the natural order? Suyi immediately shot back. The visitor was named Chen Wei, Suyi's childhood friend since they were young, and they had a solid relationship where each called the other dad. Luckily, they weren't at the same university. Now that their bodies had changed, at least no one could tell. They messed around for a while, then got down to business. When did you get back? Suyi asked. I just got back yesterday. But it was a bit late then, so I didn't come find you. Then I talked to my dad. He said you're doing pretty well with your live streaming. So I came to see the future big internet star. Saying that, Suyi felt proud. Your dad here is already a big internet star. And today I'm live streaming building a tank. He just happens to need some help. Then he added, if you're not busy, why not stay and give me a hand? I'm building something big for today's stream. It's hard to handle alone. Chen Wei perked up instantly. He didn't even mind Suyi's way of addressing him, taking advantage of him like that. Sure, I won't go fishing today. I won't go for the next few days either. I'll just stay home and stream with you. Oh, by the way, what kind of tank are you building? A tank? Chenwei was shocked. Building that thing won't land us in jail, will it? Don't worry, I've been through this before. It's no big deal, Suyi said calmly, seeing that the stream was about to start. Suyi dragged the materials into the yard. Chenwei took this time to quickly glance at Suyi's account. Holy cow, he never expected his childhood friend had this skill. Unfazed in front of the police. Impressive. Suyi's stream today started half an hour later than usual, mainly because Suyi was messing with the materials, wasting a bit of time. As soon as he went live, he got warm greetings from the netizens. If Brother 6 doesn't stream for even one day, I start wondering if he's in jail. This is the streamer who hires people to play cops and soldiers for views, right? My Brother 6 needs to hire people. This guy who walks the line in front of the authorities every day still needs to hire actors. My Brother 6, the greatest DIY streamer of our time. If he wants to see the cops, he doesn't need actors. You clearly don't know Brother 6's character. A real man never needs to hire actors for views. Suyi was in a great mood watching the comments fly by. You guys have good eyes. The great DIY king. Why would I need to hire actors for views? Brother 6 is right. But Brother 6, can you show the 5-section staff from yesterday again? I didn't get it. +1. +1. Plus my ID number. Suyi was a bit dismissive. Isn't that stuff easy? You guys can't do it. Building a tank by hand in episode 22 is a piece of cake. The comments went quiet for a second. Easy? Are you making fun of us? Forget about the staff. When are you building the tank? Soon. The comments about the staff were pushed up. Let's start now. Suyi briefly explained today's stream theme and introduced his helper. Then he got down to business. I bought some materials yesterday. With these materials, we'll make the chassis first. Anyone who drives a tank knows, a tank has two parts, the chassis and the turret. Once the chassis is done, we'll do the turret. Suyi briefly explained the tank structure, but making the chassis doesn't need to be too fancy. Top-notch materials. After all, it's not like we're actually going to battle. The camera panned. The netizen saw the real deal with the sheet metal. No, that looks like the cheapest kind of sheet metal. Bro. Will that sheet metal even hold up? You could at least use a better grade of sheet metal. Won't it fall apart doing it like that? The netizens didn't get it and didn't want to respect it. How could it? With my skills, it won't fall apart. Suyi promised confidently, patting his chest. Even Chen Wei, standing nearby, saw it. Couldn't help but turn his head away, because he was also worried the tank would fall apart. If that really happened, he could make fun of him for a whole year. Ha ha ha. Suyi's confidence didn't reassure the netizens. Instead, it attracted a bunch of trolls to the stream, waiting to see Suyi make a fool of himself. Now Suyi's stream was split into two camps. One was worried the tank would fall apart. The other was waiting for the tank to fall apart. Suyi gets so absorbed in his work that he ignores the livestream chat. He starts welding the tank chassis. Folks, since I chose regular sheet metal, I went with a skeleton weld for the chassis. If you're doing this at home, remember to use armor-grade steel. That stuff is sturdy. Suyi doesn't forget to take a moment and explain to the livestream viewers. The viewers flood the screen with 6 emojis. Like I've got that kind of skill. Yeah, streamer, just build a real one. With real materials. I'll wait for you to make it yourself and tell me in person. The viewers are being pretty uncooperative. Suyi doesn't even glance at the comments. He installs the shock absorbers and bearings. This part is a bit more complicated, but with Chen Wei's help, it doesn't waste too much time. The livestream viewers watch Suyi methodically handcrafting the tank, feeling a bit amazed. After all, watching someone build a tank by hand is a pretty incredible experience. Right now, Suyi is hauling wheels out of the warehouse. 12 wheels of the same size sit in the yard, making everyone envious just looking at them. The two of them start installing the wheels and tracks. Suyi doesn't want to make the tracks too complicated, so he just puts together 2 loops of chain and welds iron plates onto them. Luckily, these iron plates look like they're made of better material, but making the tracks keeps the two of them working until dark. Suyi straightens up and puts down his tools. The next day, a tank. appears right in front of the livestream viewers. At this point, a complete tank took for days. It's finally finished. Suyi even sprays the tank with camouflage paint. It looks just like the real thing. Suyi grabs his phone and gives the tank a 360-degree, no blind spot video tour. The viewers in the livestream are howling with excitement. Those smooth lines, that perfect paint job, that realistic look. What man could resist that? Oh my god, I'm totally smit. You actually built it. It's over. It's over. The cops will be here in 3 seconds. Hurry up. Let me take it for a spin. The viewers are all blown away by this big machine. In just a few days, he really crafted a massive thing. Chen Wei looks at the machine in front of him, unable to contain his excitement. After all, he had a hand in this. Suyi clears his throat and says, "Let's go. Folks, I'm taking you all to fire a few rounds." Chapter 23. Tank completed. Viewers envious. Viewers, it's not what you think. Suyi grabs his phone, climbs up, and crawls into the driver's seat. Chen Wei follows right behind. This is the control panel. The back is the ammunition storage. And this is the launcher. Suyi introduces the tank's interior structure one by one. Then Suyi smirks slyly. "Da Wei, show the folks something amazing. You got it." Chen Wei starts the machine. He opens the targeting scope in front. A game immediately appears in front of the tank. Battlefield control. Aim at the tank ahead. Suyi moves quickly, grabs a green canister from the ammunition storage in the back, loads it in with some water. Chen Wei directly hits the fire button. A loud bang echoes. The tank on the screen is blown to pieces. Suyi's tank shakes violently 3 times, dust falling off. It really feels like driving a tank in combat. Suyi keeps loading the ammunition, while Chen Wei is in charge of firing. They spot a fighter jet in the sky and lock on directly. The realistic recoil, the realistic sound effects. If you didn't know, you'd think you were on a real battlefield. The viewers are stunned. They've seen tanks before, but never a tank like this. Wait, is this a tank or a game controller? I'm totally hooked. Get out and let me get in. You actually handcrafted a tank? That's insane. Let me play a couple rounds. Forget it. Just open a game store directly. Follow the standard of this equipment. If you play this for a year, when you go out, you can say you have combat experience. The netizens are having a heated discussion. This is a game. A fighter jet appeared in the sky on the screen. He quickly activated the interception system. He directly intercepted the bombs dropped by the plane. Seeing this, netizens shouted, "Awesome, you can even do that. This can't be a real tank, right? You definitely can't hand make a needle." For the tank, I set up a program. It's linked to the game. In short, it's an immersive gaming experience. If you remove the game part and load the ammo, it can also be used as a tank, but I don't recommend you do that. It's easy to go in and not come out. Based on his own experience, he advised Brother 6, "You really overestimate us. If I can hand make a mini version, I'd consider myself talented. How do I feel? Like this blogger is trying to teach us how to hand make a tank. Damn, I feel like the streamer is going to get arrested soon." I have that feeling too. Before he gets arrested, can I play it one more time? Before he gets arrested, can he license it to a game company? Suyi glanced at the comments. This thing isn't something you can just whip up. The way Suyi said it, it sounded like this thing was really simple. He finally managed to hand make a big thing. Suyi found the right angle and took a lot of cool photos. He showed them to the netizens. They really wanted to run over and spar with this guy. Despite all the precautions, this kid managed to show off again. Emotional netizens flocked to the Goose Game Company, asking them to release the same game console after Suyi and Chen Wei got tired of playing. They ended the stream. It took for days. The thing he whipped up was finally finished. Suyi treated Chen Wei to a big meal, and he promised Chen Wei he could come over any time. Only then did the to-go home satisfy. Inside the police station, Leon Shan watched the live stream footage sent back by the mole. He fell into deep thought. He seriously wondered what this kid did before. Could it be that his investigation wasn't thorough enough, and he missed the kid's resume of studying abroad in the US? Inside the research institute, Shen Jingyan watched Suyi's live stream and said, "Old Juan, what do you think?" Old Wang looked at the screenshot and said, "This tank interception system has already been implemented in our country, but this kid's game invention is very interesting. If we could develop a combat simulation game specifically for the military ... Shen Jingyan's eyes lit up. That's a great idea. I'll call Luzon over to discuss it. But as for the program development and equipment manufacturing, that kid came up with the idea. Go discuss it with that kid, old Wong said with a chuckle. I think that kid has good development skills. Maybe he has even better ideas. Shen Jingyan nodded. It just so happens that the cable project is almost finalized. I'll tell him about it together. Over here, Suyi compiled the 4 days of live stream clips, edited them into a video, and posted it on his account. He started checking the popularity points from these 4 days. Total popularity points from the 4-day stream: 2010. Congratulations, host, your follower count has exceeded 200,000. Reward: 1 physical strength upgrade. Full development requires 5 upgrades. 2 skill upgrades. Points: 1,000. Total points: 3,290. Please choose the skill to upgrade. He even received a hidden reward. What does this physical development mean? Physical strength increases the overall coordination of the body, such as endurance, resistance to impact, flexibility, and so on. It means you can't reach this level just by training your body. But if you get stabbed in the heart, while others would definitely die, you could survive. Damn, that's like a life insurance policy. Suyi probed further. The viewership from 4 days of streaming can be combined together. The host is streaming the same item. Therefore, it can be counted as one continuous stream. Suyi had a sudden brainstorm. If he splits one stream across 2 days in the future, wouldn't he be able to earn more viewership? The system can determine the duration of the host stream through the program. If the host violates the rules, the system will deduct double the points. Alright, nothing can really fool the system. Seeing so many points, Suyi immediately stopped bickering with this little system called 7. Upgrade Confucius X-ray vision by 2 levels. Upgrade brain development by 2 levels. Upgrade programming skill by 2 levels. Ting. Upgrade successful. Current skill levels are as follows: X-ray vision skill level 5, programming skill level 4, brain development level 4, medical ability level 2. Remaining points: 1,290. Suyi suddenly felt a tingling sensation in his brain, accompanied by a bit of pain. So this is what brain development feels like. After a while, the pain disappeared. Suyi felt his mind was clearer than ever before. This feeling was very mysterious. It was like an old, outdated calculator, instantly turning into a supercomputer. This is fantastic. Suyi marveled to himself for a while, then looked at the remaining points. With 1,000 points left, Suyi decided to hold off for now. After all, exchanging for blueprints also requires points. These 4 days weren't wasted. He earned so much. Suyi happily scrolled through the videos on his account. Just then, a fan with a foreign name sent him a message. Dear sir, I want to see you make other weapons. A tip of 150,000. Suyi thought his eyes were playing tricks on him. Who was this joker messing with him? Like, 150,000? Why not say 200,000? Without thinking, Suyi replied, you give me 200,000, and I'll show you a few more types of weapons. Oh, and pay first, then see the goods. Little punk, I'll mess with you right back for messing with me. Chapter 24. Another round of handmade weapons. After replying to the message, Suyi didn't pay it any more attention. He decided to give himself a day off tomorrow. A person needs to balance work and rest. Right after Suyi posted his break announcement, netizens on the other end started speculating. Is Suyi really taking a break? Or is it because he can't stream anymore? As everyone knows, this streamer's path to fame is anything but ordinary. Yesterday, he even handmade a tank. I think he's already been taken in. On Douyin, a streamer named Threefold posted a video, confidently saying, and he even hired people pretending to be military and police personnel. That behavior is very suspicious. Therefore, I judge that this guy will probably have a hard time getting out once he's in. Threefold analyzed seriously. Such an outrageous statement actually had netizens supporting it. I've never liked this streamer anyway. He clearly has a team but insists he's working alone. This time, he really messed up. Sun even guessed that Suyi was already locked up, and that we'd never see this blogger again. In just one day, on the internet, Suyi had already been sentenced to at least 5 years in prison. Until the next day, when he started streaming, Suyi looked at these comments and thought they were ridiculous. Come on, guys. I just took 1 day off. Suyi was shocked. Suyi didn't understand. The fan said, well, isn't it because your path to fame is too unique? Look at any other streamer, do they act like you? Getting thrown in the slammer every few days. You're the only ruthless streamer on the whole internet. Suyi took a deep breath. At this rate, if I don't show up for 5 days, they'll probably spread news that I've ascended to heaven. No need for 5 days. 3 days is enough. No need for 3 days. I'll spread the rumor tomorrow that you're being buried the day after. The comment above is ridiculous. Suyi sighed. Suyi was helpless. Suyi decided to drop this topic. Let's move on to today's stream topic, folks. Today I want to show you what I can make by hand. There are 2 options, firework A or firework B. Pros, please answer. The viewers and fans in the livestream room immediately started rapidly posting comments. Suddenly realized this streamer seems a bit off. Definitely off. If he weren't off, would he be in the slammer? What's the difference between these two? Feels like the streamer doesn't want to work anymore. How about we fire him? Just as the viewers were buzzing with discussion, suddenly a spaceship gift shot across the screen. Then another spaceship. 5 spaceships in a row. The viewers stood frozen in place. Holy crap, which boss sent that? Give me the phone. I'm your son. Streamer, tell us you set this up. Dig bro. What do you want to see me make by hand? The streamer will 100% satisfy the boss. Look at me. I can make stuff by hand too. And it feels great. Up there. This is a handcraft channel, not a corner channel. Can you guys have some dignity? This little bit of money gets you like this. Not like me. I'd do it for just 5,000. Suyi's eyes squinted into slits from smiling at the gifts. Thank you to this bro named Zada for the gift you sent. Bro, what do you want to see me make? This is a big money backer. Even if he wants to see me make a spaceship today, he'd have to buy it. Just as Suyi was waiting for the big boss's message, he suddenly noticed a transfer message popped up in his backend. He opened it and it was from Big Bro Za. And Big Bro was the same guy he chatted with that day, who wanted to see him make other weapons by hand. He actually made 200,000. Suyi was shocked. He stared at the money, but didn't dare accept it. His mind was racing. A handcraft show worth 200,000. What kind of identity does this Big Bro have? Suyi clicked into Big Bro's profile, found no introduction at all. Shada didn't sound like a Han Chinese name, so he probably shouldn't accept that 200,000. He was afraid if he accepted it now, he'd be locked up the next second. Just as Suyi was thinking how to reply, Big Bro Za posted a comment saying he wanted to see Suyi make a weapon by hand. Suyi thought carefully for 3 seconds. If Big Bro wants to see it, then let's do it. Can't let Big Bro waste his money, but better not accept that 200,000. It could cause trouble, so Suyi declined the 200,000. In that brief moment during the livestream, many negative comments appeared in the chat. The streamer is buying his own traffic again. He really found a good plant. With this move, the streamer's popularity is skyrocketing. You guys aren't buying this, are you? Who would tip that much money just to watch a handcraft show? Laughable. Suyi's original fans weren't happy. Where did all these haters come from? Streamer, why do you suddenly have so many haters? What did you do? This group just showed up out of nowhere. They're probably paid trolls, right? Turns out they're fans of some other person. When you guys are trashing people, could you at least clean up your own accounts? Afraid people won't know where you came from. Suyi checked these people's accounts. It was that guy who trashed him last time pulling the strings. Ooh, someone's losing it here. Can't win. So you play dirty. Suyi said sarcastically. Why don't you say you hired actors? This tasteless streamer should just quit. Suyi found a spot to sit and started acting like he was losing it. Losing it? Someone here is losing it. I can hire actors. You can hire actors too. Oh. I get it. You just can't act well enough. Because mine is real. Yours is just acting. Oh. You should have said earlier you want fame. Bro will give you a tip. Right now. Immediately. Forge some Chinese currency. Someone will come looking for you right away. No need to act at all. The fans in the livestream room were cracking up at Suyi. The person secretly watching Suyi's livestream, known as Threefold, was fuming. His face turned blue with anger. This guy has no class at all. Threefold was so mad he wanted to smash his phone, but remembering how expensive it was, he gently set it down. Seeing no one was talking, Suyi quickly steered the livestream back on track. Don't laugh at me, big spender. That little bit just now was just a bonus show. Today's live stream is fully sponsored by Big Spender. No objections from you guys, right? Suyi said. rubbing his hands excitedly. The viewers definitely had no objections. The big spender pay, so the big spender calls the shots. They're just here for the entertainment. Because of the tips, the livestream had attracted quite a few viewers. What weapon do you want me to craft, big spender? Suyi asked excitedly. The other party quickly replied, something popular. That's easy. Suyi quickly had an idea in his head. Alright, big spender, I guarantee you'll be satisfied. Over on Suyi's end, he quickly pulled out the leftover paper from last time. Today I'm using paper. Man, I'm afraid if I use other materials, the police officer will slap handcuffs on me. He said it helplessly, and the viewers were amused. Snapping back to reality, Threefold grabbed his phone and logged into his alt account. He started to cause trouble. The big spender tipped you all that money, and you're using paper. Last time with the paper, your team set that up for you, right? Did your team have time to design this one for you? And hey, you should just refund the big spender's money. That way, you can save a little face when you embarrass yourself. Chapter 25. The haters arrive. Suyi fights back. This guy is really annoying. Suyi got angry. What if the big spender actually believes him? I can't just give back the money I already got, can I? So, the viewers in the livestream saw Suyi walk out. Then he came back in carrying a computer. Wait right there. You hater daddy. I'm about to teach you some manners. With that, his fingers flew across the keyboard. He started typing away. Some knowledgeable viewers noticed a few lines of code that flashed on screen. It looked like he was attacking someone's firewall. Holy crap, is this streamer going to hack someone's system? Move the camera closer to the screen. We want to see what's going on too. Suyi couldn't hear their thoughts, and he didn't want them to see either. If the police officer saw this, he'd end up in jail. A moment later, Suyi closed the laptop. Alright, let's start the live stream. No more haters will bother us today. Suyi placed his phone back on the stand. Big spender, sorry for wasting your time. I'll craft a few extra things for you today. When it comes to classic weapons, rocket launchers, machine guns, sniper rifles, the Barrett is a timeless classic. Today, I'll handcraft these items, Suyi said, starting to work with his hands. The stiff paper transformed into different shapes in his hands. Suyi not only made them, but also explained occasionally. For example, how a real rocket launcher is loaded with ammunition, what the firing principle is. A rocket launcher isn't high-tech, but it's practical. It's a great anti-tank weapon. Suyi suddenly paused. I just built a tank the day before yesterday, and today I'm making anti-tank weapons. What a guy. In about half an hour, he had crafted a rocket launcher. I'm out of materials. Hang tight for a minute, guys. I'll be right back. Suyi came back carrying a stack of cardboard boxes. This kid, he's not going to use cardboard boxes to craft those things, is he? Isn't it obvious? Awesome. I'm awesome. 6 Bro is amazing at handcrafting. Let's call him Bro Cow from now on. That's how the viewers were. They watched as the worthless cardboard slowly turned into various weapons in Suyi's hands. Suyi crafted 3 weapons in one go. He's really talented. In about half an hour, he whipped up a rocket launcher. We're out of materials. Folks, give me a minute. I'll be right back. Suyi came back carrying a stack of cardboard boxes. This guy isn't thinking of using cardboard boxes to make those things by hand, is he? Isn't it obvious? Wow. 6 He's amazing at making things by hand. From now on, let's call him Brother Niu. That's just how netizens are. Watching those worthless cardboard boxes slowly turn into all kinds of weapons in Suyi's hands. Suyi made 3 weapons in one go. Netizens are loving it. Suyi cracks his neck. Mission accomplished. Now, let's test if these 3 weapons can fire. Suyi carries the 3 items and stands in his yard. I admit this is well made, but can it actually fire? The blogger installed a power system, so it should work. This guy who can hand make a tank. Making a few paper guns is no big deal. You're only 6. Why call it 6? Suyi looks at the comments and smiles confidently. Watch closely. Folks, the moment of truth is here. Suyi shoulders the rocket launcher and fires it. It flies a long distance. Then, with a cool move, he switches to a rifle and unleashes a burst of fire. They're not real bullets, but it can shoot. The machine gun goes without saying. The bullets just keep flying out. It's absolutely wild. I want to call the police, because he's having too much fun. Honestly, I feel like there's nothing this guy can't do. Is this illegal weapon manufacturing? Is the police coming soon? Suyi packs up his stuff. Hey, this is origami art. How is that illegal weapon manufacturing? He picks up his phone. Big spender, are you satisfied with these items? The other party quickly sends a tip. Like just now, 5 in a row. Suyi is overjoyed. He's met a wealthy patron today. Wishing the wealthy patron great fortune every year. May your wealth surpass Bill Gates. If you want to see anything else in the future, just come to me. There's nothing I can make. The patron pays, and he says good luck wishes. The stream ends smoothly. Suyi happily logs off, but Triple Fold, who's trying to smear Suyi, isn't in such a good mood. Now, not only is his phone showing a looping animation of a dog pooping, but his computer is also showing the same thing. Suyi didn't write those lines of code for nothing. He hacked straight into Triple Fold's network. He even crashed his home network. He quickly calls someone to fix it. Triple Fold is furious. He can't find anyone to help. The other party's skills are too high. The hacker we hired can't break through. The assistant is sweating profusely. He starts blaming him internally. Why did you have to mess with the craftsman? Now you've hit a wall. There's only an hour until the stream. Let's see how you handle this. Triple Fold can only rage helplessly now. How does the Crafts King know hacking? Suddenly, he has a brainstorm. Since we can't solve the problem now, let's use this to keep slinging mud at the Crafts King. Come over and record a video. We'll say the Crafts King hired hackers to attack us. His assistant is timid. This isn't right. What if it wasn't him? Triple Fold sneers. Once the video is out, even if it wasn't him, it'll be him. We'll steer the narrative then. What do netizens know about the real situation? They'll believe whoever seems more pitiful. Seeing how forceful Triple Fold is, the assistant follows his orders and films the video. Meanwhile, Suyi is tallying the popularity points from this stream. Host, this stream earned 800 popularity points. The video from 2 days ago earned 1,000 popularity points. Total popularity points, 1,800. Congratulations, host. This stream's viewership exceeded 50,000. Reward, 1 skill upgrade. Congratulations, host. The video's popularity exceeded 100,000. Reward, 1 skill upgrade. The tank video from 2 days ago has over 100,000 views. Impressive, impressive. Truly worthy of him. X-ray vision levels up twice. Programming and brain development each level up once. Upgrade successful. Current skills, X-ray vision level 7, programming level 5, brain development level 5, medical skills level 2. Remaining points, 2,090. Congratulations, host. Brain development has broken through level 5. Reward, 1 physical enhancement, 2 times, 5 skill upgrades, 1 time. Looks like this brain development is really important. The rewards are so generous. Kid, keep upgrading. Max out the X-ray vision. Deducted 1,500 points. X-ray vision at level 10. Congratulations, host. X-ray vision is maxed out. Reward, 1 skill level upgrade, 500 points. Current total, 1,090. Today was quite fruitful. I'll add the last skill point to medical skills, though I don't know why the kid gave him a hospital skill. Maybe there's a hidden Easter egg. Finally, the skill upgrades are complete. The next day, Suyi received another 1,000 popularity points. He directly added them to programming and brain development. The next 3 days of streaming were uneventful. Suyi was living quite comfortably. All his skills went up a bit. Programming had reached level 8, brain development at level 7. Medical ability also reached level 3. The points didn't change. Still 1,090 remaining. Suyi was very satisfied. Alert, alert, the host's popularity is dropping. Please resolve the crisis as soon as possible. Just as he lay down to rest, Suyi suddenly heard the system's alarm. It startled him so much he jumped. He immediately sprang up from the bed. Chapter 26. What's going on with the revision? What popularity drop? Save the host. Negative press about you has appeared online. According to the system's detection, if left unchecked, it will seriously damage your image. Negative press about me. Suyi was completely confused. What negative press could he have? Was it when he stole his neighbor's watermelon in elementary school? Or when he was a punk in high school? Or when he tricked his roommate into being a male model in college? Full of doubts, he opened his phone. A trending topic on Weibo was extremely eye-catching. Alert! handmade stubbornly hacked opponent. The video posted by the alert account was exactly the triple fold. It was a video of his own phone and computer being hacked, filmed by his assistant. Uninformed netizens were led by the narrative, and they went after Suyi. What's he going crazy about again? Suyi stared with dead fish eyes, completely baffled. According to the system's detection, he probably broke down. The system reminded him in time about the breakdown. His mental resilience is so fragile. What did he break down about? Your stream today was really effective. Got it. He's just jealous. That's still no reason to smear me. Pro. I'll teach you how to behave. This is like a toad on your foot, it doesn't bite, but it sure is annoying. Right away, Suyi pulled up the computer surveillance from the triple fold day. It had perfectly captured the entire process of triple fold secret recording. Suyi directly posted the video online. You say I hired a hacker to hack you, got proof, but you hacking me. I've got proof, you know. Triple fold probably never imagined that although his computer was hacked that day, the camera was still on, capturing his every move clearly. Suyi posted the video with the caption, "Hehe. Let the music play." Then the netizens saw it. Wow. So they were being used as pawns. They turned their guns around and aimed at the still smug Triple Fold, who was live streaming. Now Triple Fold really had to fold himself up. Triple Fold, how do you fold? I was almost driven off the internet by the backlash. With the issue resolved, Suyi peacefully lay down to sleep. Little did he know, on the other side of the ocean, they were planning to carry out their scheme against Suyi. US time, 9 a.m. In the White House, Grand Leader Hades was brewing his aromatic coffee. When he saw the latest situation, he angrily slammed his coffee cup heavily onto the table. He pressed the call bell to summon his aide inside. We have already sold weapons to the Middle East. Why do they still have weapons? And so many of them. We restricted sales. Senator Fitz said helplessly. Sir, we did not sell them weapons. These weapons are made by them. You think I'm joking? How did they get the blueprints? Without parts, how could they possibly make weapons? Hades said. I know you don't believe it, but that's how it is. Fitz spread his hands. He said, I want to know the specific reason. Weapons aren't that easy to make, sir. We've looked into the matter. The reason is, they watched a video posted by a Dragon Country person and improved their weapons, found substitute parts. Although the accuracy is so-so, the power is still considerable. Not just the Gatling gun, even drones and some other weapons. They also made simple versions based on the principles, although in my opinion, those things aren't very refined, but in fact, they can really play a big role on the battlefield. A video posted by a Dragon Country person. A bunch of monkeys who've never even seen a gun, and they can make weapons? Hades said with a sneer, Sir, this is that video. In the video, Suyi is handcrafting a Gatling gun. The details are so clear. Anyone with a brain could figure it out. And not just the Gatling gun, there are also drones, tanks, rocket launchers. After watching, Hades' eyes darkened. That damn Dragon Country person. We need to find a way to take him out, sir. This video has spread widely, and this person is still inside Dragon Country. We can't handle it at all. Have the believers inside Dragon Country take action. Since we can't strike him directly, then let public opinion take him down. Even if he might not have done it on purpose. He has affected the situation. I am not happy, Hades said. Yes, sir. I'll take care of it right away. Oh, and these videos are not allowed to appear on our networks. Our people don't need this stuff. No problem, sir. Dingy is also a student studying in America. A while ago, he found this streamer online from back home. He found it interesting and followed the streamer. From time to time, he shared his videos on foreign websites, attracting a large number of fans. One day at noon, he suddenly found his account was banned. They didn't give him any explanation. They just said, if he wanted to stay safe in America, he shouldn't spread this kind of stuff. I need you to give me an explanation. I'm posting videos of my idol. I don't need to explain to America. You have no right to do this, Dingy said angrily. The other party's tone was very contemptuous. Your video seriously violates American public security and also violates world peace. We didn't investigate you. That's the greatest respect we can show. Please don't be unreasonable, Hot. You just made up that charge on the spot, didn't you? Ignorant monkey. We've already told you the reason. Don't call again. With that, The other party rudely hung up the phone. Donghua was so angry he cursed America for being autocratic and overbearing. At this time, American media publicly condemned online. This Dragon Country person has committed war crimes, demanding that Dragon Country provide an explanation. When Donghua saw this news, he almost thought he was seeing things. War crimes? Are the Americans joking? How does this become a war crime? Then they released evidence. Donghua saw the evidence. He nearly choked on a sip of water. He quickly used his account to contact Suyi and told Suyi the general story. This matter was probably started because of him. He couldn't let this streamer get dragged into it. To be honest, he didn't know about these videos either. How did it spread to the Middle East? The next day, Suyi woke up from sleep and found himself labeled with a war crime charge. This charge left Suyi completely baffled, so much so that he thought he hadn't woken up yet and was having an illusion. After double-checking whether it was an illusion, Suyi stared with dead fish eyes. What did I do? How did I end up with a war crime charge? While saying this, he scrolled down to check the news, and they actually provided evidence. It turned out his videos had spread widely in the Middle East, and they started making homemade weapons over there. The US had blocked weapon exports. They thought it was a sure win, but didn't expect him to meddle in the middle, seriously affecting the war situation over there. That's why the US media was heavily criticizing him. Criticize all they want. They're always criticizing this or that every day. If you look at it from another angle, getting the US to lose their cool is something he can brag about. Hehe. Chapter 27. The Walking 500,000. Now this matter has spread everywhere. Some domestic media backed by the US are making a big deal out of it. Some small media outlets that don't know the facts are following suit. In just one morning, Suyi became a total celebrity. Netizens all want to know, who is this man stirring up the war situation? Following the trail, they found Suyi's livestream account and waited for him to go live. Suyi was checking his private messages. A person named Donghua sent him a long message. After reading it, Suyi understood the general gist of what happened. But Suyi didn't think the videos he had reposted could spread to the Middle East that fast. He said a few words to calm things down, then tossed his phone aside to look for food. At this time, at the Sanluo District Police Station, Yan Shan looked at the news in the media and felt a headache coming on. How do we handle this? The young officer asked. Handle what? Don't handle anything. This matter is beyond what we can deal with now. This kid is really something. He's famous overseas now. Assign a few more people to keep a close eye on Suyi. Yan Shan suddenly said. Are you worried someone might harm him? Thinking he understood the chief's meaning. Aren't we overthinking this? This is Dragon Country. Who would dare come here? Yan Shan glanced at the young officer. I'm afraid he'll go abroad and actually become a war criminal. This guy can make counterfeit US dollars and can make weapons if he gets out. It'll be a disaster. At this time, the internet was buzzing. Netizens were all discussing this new age war criminal. This guy is awesome. How is this even possible? What did he do to make the US say that? If the US is unhappy, I'm happy. This guy is a man among men. Respect, respect. I found this guy's account. Let's go check it out. Even though I don't know what's going on, I'm on this guy's side. The internet was in an uproar. But Suyi remained as steady as a mountain. He went live right on schedule, without any intention of avoiding the issue. As soon as he started streaming, a crowd of people flooded in instantly. So this is the streamer who committed war crimes abroad. Let me take a look. What a war criminal in peacetime looks like. Wow, I'm here to join the fun. Woke up and my status changed 6 times. As expected of me. 6. The first in history. 6. How did you become a criminal? This person is actually a criminal. A decent person messing with weapons. Disgraceful. Trash streamer. Apologize to the US immediately. A bunch of netizens who didn't know the truth, or maybe paid trolls. Some dogs rushed into Suyi's livestream room instantly. Suyi looked at the mixed barrage of comments and laughed out loud. Bad fame is still fame. Besides, it's not all bad right now. Me? A DIY blogger, affecting the war situation. If I had that kind of skill, you trolls wouldn't even be able to talk to me. Suyi arrived. Over there. It's all because of your video that weapons were made. Of course you have to take responsibility. Who in their right mind builds weapons by hand? The moment I saw you, I knew your intentions weren't pure. Think fast. How are you going to explain yourself to the US? Suyi, today I finally saw the diversity of species. Humph. I'll give them an explanation when they give me one. An explanation. If a toy I made can have such a big impact, then they really are pretty useless, Suyi sarcastically remarked to the streamer. Your words seriously affect the peace between the two countries. People in the Middle East, based on your video, have produced so many weapons, killed so many people. Shouldn't you explain yourself? Suyi glanced at the comments with a face full of question marks. Isn't it normal for people to die in war? What do I need to explain? Did you consider the consequences of doing this? Apologize right now. A stream like this, even a dog wouldn't watch. Someone like you must be a violent maniac. Is it okay to stream things like guns and ammunition? They should just arrest you. Look at the Americans. They never stream this kind of bloody stuff. His video completely violates US law. He should be held responsible. Suyi squinted his eyes. Looking at a string of comments, he casually clicked on the region of that ID. Oh, a certain city. Huh. What a coincidence. There happens to be a military base nearby. Then he looked through this person's past posts and comments. What was there not to understand? Suyi smiled meaningfully. I suspect you're a walking 50,000. And I have evidence. What walking 50,000? What are you talking nonsense about? Suyi said. Do you dare let me ask you a few questions? What's there to be afraid of? Go ahead and ask. Suyi gave a charming smile. What is the fundamental political system of our country? The People's Congress system. What is the fundamental system of our country? The socialist system. The fundamental law of our country is the Constitution. At this moment, the live stream room was dead silent. Suyi gave a charming smile. He asked one last question. What do you do for a living? Freelance painter. Suyi sighed regretfully. He picked up his phone and dialed the police, saying there was a spy in a certain area. Not only was that person stunned, even the netizens in the live stream were shocked. How did sixth brother determine he was a 50,000? What's going on? I checked those questions, and they were all correct. That person frantically typed. My answers were all correct. Why are you falsely accusing me? Apologize to me right now. Suyi shook his head. It's precisely because you answer everything correctly. Everyone was baffled. What's going on? The questions I asked you. Only students, political teachers, people taking civil service or graduate exams, and government employees can remember. How could an ordinary person remember that? Especially since you're a freelance painter. Oh, and by the way, we Chinese people never describe our profession as freelance painter. In Suyi's livestream room, someone with a certain public security bureau tag entered the room and clicked follow. After Suyi finished speaking, that 50,000 was never heard from again. Netizens in the livestream room shouted 666. That really was a walking 50,000. Sixth brother forwarded it. Actually, another reason was that this person's account content was suspicious. It was either topics stirring up conflict or belittling China and looking up to the US. Accounts like that are basically abnormal. Learned. This anti-trap method for identifying a 50,000. Anyone who sees it has to say it's slick. Scared me for a second. I didn't know any of those questions. I was just about to say I'm not a 50-50 agent, so even getting the answer right isn't normal. Ha. Suyi's slick move instantly drew in a crowd of viewers. People of the Dragon Nation may bicker and argue among themselves, but when it comes to big issues, they're incredibly united. Of course, except for some self-righteous netizens, that they still learn to make weapons because of you. No matter how you look at it, you've affected the peace between the two countries. No. Suyi held up one finger. First, they were already at war, and it was one-sided bullying. Second, if I really wanted to teach people to make weapons, I definitely wouldn't teach them such complicated firearms. Instead, I'd teach them the simplest, weapons that still pack a punch. Do you want to hear it? The fans in the lead stream quickly typed yes for chapter 28, the cheapest weapons. Suyi grinned. Today, we're not making things by hand. Let's talk about let's educate you on the weapons you can use on the battlefield. Fans,